One of the main topics that FASTEN is trying to solve is actually making clear what is happening in the periphery of your dependencies. For example, if there is a security incident, does it affect my code? If I want to change some code that affects other people, will this propagate and will this affect other people, and how many of those will be? How can we notify those so that we make basically the ecosystem as a whole a better place for everyone?
Right now it's too much of a guess. You just update and hope that it works. We hope that with FASTEN people can make informed decisions about these updates.
The most exciting application of FASTEN will be better ways to manage dependencies. So we can think of a system administrator who wants to install a new component or update a component, and will see precise list of dependencies and which things are out of date and what will mean if something gets updated.
I think the most exciting application is to know very quickly whether you are actually calling a single method of an entire software library instead of just knowing globally if you're using the software library.
The most important research challenge is how to accurately disseminate information over package networks in order to make developers aware of things like security incidents that are happening 2 steps beyond what they can observe directly today.
The main users, I think, of FASTEN will be developers themselves. You can imagine they have something in their IDE. They will have a little plugin that tells them about other libraries, what risks there are if they use it. Maybe there are alternatives. That would be a nice outcome to have.
Imagine we need a new feature in XWiki, and there are several libraries that exist around. We need to pick the best one. So it would be interesting to know if we can pick the best one based on different criteria, such as is this library known to be breaking, having, for example, API breakages often, or is it known to have security issues very often, or how many persons are maintaining these extensions. So additional information that can help us make a choice, an educated choice about which library to integrate inside XWiki.
Developers will use FASTEN indirectly integrated into our toolchain. It will give them direct output describing the dependencies they import, the licenses that they ship.
The results of FASTEN may be very useful to the industry as a whole, because it can result in generation of tools that can be integrated in the open source ecosystems and can be used by everyone using open source.